All right, how's it going, everybody? It is Matt 10, another video, PGA Tour 2K21. My goodness, what a game. And of course, I've got career mode for this game because it's that good and I want to play it and I want to show you guys how I'm doing things. Of course, I'm doing it realistic. So first off, player is named Matt 10 from the United States of America. That's where I'm from, of course. And then let's look at the golf bag, of course. I am completely branded out in Wilson. In real life, I play Wilson clubs, and that's what I use here. I got the staff model. Now, I know, they're probably not very forgiving. I mean, after all, they're blades. But the way I swing and the way I've been practicing, I mean, it works now. I'm used to it. I know my misses. I know everything that I want to do. I love these clubs, both in this game and in real life. I actually have a different driver than this in real life. I actually have the Wilson Cortex driver, which I think is probably one of the best drivers, a cheap driver too, for, considering all things considered. He actually won on this reality show called Drive to Drive or something like that, and it won, and that's how I found out about it, and I love it. But you're here for career mode. Let's talk about it. This has been my career. Guys, I've been playing for a while. If you guys watch anything on my Twitch, you'll see me that I've been basically giving it a hard go at qualifying. I went about 15 total times of qualifying for the Korn Ferry Tour. So going to Q school, intending to play 4 rounds, getting cut after 2, 15 times, guys. I had to eventually reset the career once I finally did it, so I could do it again, because I wanted it to be realistic. And so just to show you guys what I've been at: season 1 of Q school, season 2 Q school, season 3 Q school. Let's look at season 1 just to show you guys. There I go, tied for 20th, didn't even make the cut. Season 2 didn't make the cut again. Season 3 finally made the cut, plus 12. It was amazing. It was an amazing feeling. And believe me, after playing that many times, think about it. I've played 4 rounds, or I tried to play 4 rounds, but 2 rounds here, 2 rounds here, and then 4 rounds in season 3, which then got me to the Korn Ferry Tour, of course, right under the PGA Tour, trying to qualify, trying to play decent. The first event, the opener, nope, didn't play that great, got cut at plus 24 total after 2 rounds, and then got cut again on the Sand Dune Classic, plus 16 after 2 rounds. Finally made the cut of the East Coast Classic, plus 27 total though after 4 rounds. And then the Lighthouse Open, I made the cut, actually best finish, plus 15 overall score, 37th place. And then this one is a little strange. I actually withdrew from this one. I hated the course. I know I can't accept that. I have to play these courses, so I'll have to just kind of get in the right state of mind to play this one again, but I withdrew. I just got frustrated with it, and just got tired, and so I moved on. Summit Championship, this one I did not make the cut to end the season, and of course that meant I did not get moved in. I had to repeat, and the current season that I'm in, of course, we're playing the same courses all over again, so you'll get to see all that. I did want to make a side note. I wish HB2K would have created a way that we could use custom courses in our career mode. My goodness, that would be just absolutely amazing. Because some of these courses are great. I mean, don't get me wrong; they're pretty amazingly designed, but some of them, for me, I'm just not a fan. Like this Lundberg Championship, House on the Cliff, I'm just not a fan. I think it's a gimmicky course for me personally. But I've got to change that attitude. And in life, the only thing you can really control is your attitude. So I'm changing that one up. Moving on. We're gonna just look at the settings real quick, just to show you how I roll here. First off, I play the rounds per event. I play 4 rounds now. You're going to see each episode I'm going to play a round. They're going to be full rounds, so you can watch it from start to finish. And the reason I'm going to do it that way is so you can kind of see my kind of thought process, where I'm thinking and what I'm doing, and of course my execution. In addition, why 4 rounds? Because I see a lot of YouTubers, a lot of guys that I love that are playing this game now, but at the same time, a lot of them are just playing 1 round, and I get that. I get it. It's definitely time consuming, but I'll tell you why you play 4 rounds. Because anybody who watches real golf knows how important it is to make the cut, and how important it is to set yourself up to make the cut. And I'm, my Q school history is a testament to that, and that's why I have it this way. Because Thursday morning, or whatever time you tee off on Thursday, that's your time to establish yourself for the tournament, right? And get into position in which you won't have to deal with worrying about making the cut line. But let's say you're like how I've been golfing. The cut line will happen on Friday, and that just builds drama. It makes it as if it's a final, final event or final round. Because for real golfers, the Friday is the day that's going to determine if they get paid or not, after putting in all this effort from traveling, from, paying for their own clubs, meals, staying, lodging, and all this stuff. And now they're going to see if they get to make any money for the weekend. So making it into the weekend is such a critical point in time, and I think a lot of people miss out on this when they make these career modes. And so I need that drama, I need that kind of feeling that we can make the weekend and make some money. So Thursday, Friday are rounds 1 and 2, of course, and if we make the cut, then we go into Saturday, which is always moving day, trying to get near the leaderboard if we're able to, and then of course Sunday. Hopefully, if we're in the mix, we make a good effort, but if not, we try some different things that we don't get to try usually, and just try to put up a good score. From there, the CPU skill is also important. It's something I haven't tinkered with too much. I do sliders and all that fun stuff, but the CPU skill, 70%, I feel like it's good, especially for this tour. It's right below the PGA Tour. So it's going to be a little varied in some senses there. So I'm just playing around with this, seeing how it goes. I've seen some players that start like 4 under for the first round, and then they, in the second round they get worse, or they get slightly better. So still figuring these values out, but I like it where they're at. In terms of the conditions, I'm going to make sure they change every round. And then, because I don't want to have the same round, same conditions each time. I want the days to feel different. I want the conditions or the play to reflect the conditions, and hopefully that happens. But let's go ahead and jump into the first round of the Korn Ferry Tour opener, TPC Deere Run. Okay, so the format, of course, we're playing stroke play. Wind speed is low, direction is south, fairways are normal, greens are normal. Speed medium, in the afternoon, overcast. All right, sounds like fun. Let's get into it. Okay, so I did want to go through one little bit on the difficulty, guys. If you guys have played on the True Sim Tour or are thinking about it, we are most likely going to go with Master difficulty, swing timing on, control meter is off, control assist is off, I have no putt previews, there's a course yardage, everything else is off on the Pro Vision side. Scout camera is definitely off, we won't play that. And then, of course, the Heart and Soul is the green grid's off. But yeah, it's pretty difficult in the way that's set up, and I wanted this to be the same on my career, and that's probably why it's difficult in some respects. But let's take a look at the hole. We've got 372 yards, 241 carry on my 3-wood, and if I could aim right there. So this is, I'm just going to try to hit a little fade here. It'll most likely be more of a draw. That's the natural shot. My tempo is fast, and if you'll see as I swing here, oh, there's my fade. You'll see as I swing here, I don't put the feedback meter on. I don't like it. I feel like when I was using it, I just started to overanalyze everything and started to just overthink in that sense. Like I started to just try to hit perfect on the meter versus a perfect shot. And I think the game designed around tempo, I think, is kind of a fallacy. I think, you know, yes, that's part of a golf swing, but it's not the be all end all. So here we've got 139. I've got a 128 club. It might be a little long, so I lofted it a bit. I'm also going to aim a little bit to the left because my shot is usually a push draw. And this one is actually a nice little fade, so that's probably what we're going to work with today. Let's see if we can get this close. 132 yards. So with the fast swing, I'm naturally going to hit the ball a lot farther. So that's just the nature of the beast with this. Now again, no grids, so it's all about looking through. And just another thing I show, and I show this in my putting, but just so you guys know how I can do this, the approach and putting cameras is on, and then from here you just press triangle or whatever is equivalent, and then L3, which is left analog stick click, and then you can look around. Then you can keep pressing L3 to cycle through everything. So if I'm really not sure where this is going from the two views I usually use, I'll use the other ones. But this looks pretty much right to left. At the top right, you can see on my indicator here, it says downhill 2 inches. So I've just got to be a little careful. I know the greens are normal, so we're not playing super fast. So let's just see what we get here. It turns right away, you can tell, but not bad, good pace. Just gotta be careful with these short putts because they like to turn as well. But a par to start on hole number 1, and we are off. Next hole is this par 5 downwind, or downhill rather, a little downwind. So I can hit a 288 drive here. That's probably gonna go in that bunker. I can cut it over here. I think we're just gonna try to cut it here. Put a little fade on it and see what we get. Is a par 5. I've got to take advantage where I can. There's that push draw. Should clear everything. If it rolls in the rough a couple times, it might prevent it from going all the way over. Yeah, I think that's going to work out nicely, actually. Happy with that one. 330 drive. This is going to be a nice little shot as well. Got to avoid the water, of course, so we're going to try to aim a little more right. 224 to a 225 pin. We can't do that. We're going to kind of scoop in with a 200-yard 4-iron here and just make sure we keep this on the right side. Even if it goes farther right, it'll be okay. We just don't want it to go left. So it's going to be just a little bit more control here. Yep, and we pushed it. That was a slow swing, not a good swing at all. But we missed it on the right side, which was the play. We definitely wanted to do that instead. So here's a couple options with this game. It naturally picks you at a pitch shot, which to me is a little off. I don't like that idea. So pitch shot in general is really hard to control. The problem is the lob wedge, it goes 67 yards to carry. So now I'm kind of in a predicament in which I can really try to, be really gentle with it, or I can hit a flop shot, which I might do instead. The only thing is with this heavy rough, so I probably want to go a little bit further. If I do a flop at 56, there's no guarantee it's going to get all the way back there. That's the tricky part here, but I'd rather do that, get on there for at least a long birdie. Let's see what we get with this pitching. We just got to hit this nice and solid, not slow. That was well struck, and it might actually go over, but that's okay because I did de-loft that. So we're probably going to miss out on a close birdie chance here. Could putt this, or I could chip it. I'm going to chip this. Been doing pretty good with my chips. I'm going to let this loft out, or let this roll out a little bit more. So we're just going to hit this nice Let this roll out. Get it close. Okay, we saved ourselves with the par here. Good hole, but could have been a lot better. Just that third shot with that lob pitching wedge, I just wasn't 100% sure how it was going to come out of that rough. But here we've got a par 3, 183 yards. Just trying to see what the front is and what the middle is, which is where the pin is just about. So, 182. We could hit it on the fly. I think it'll go long, but for me, it's really about what's after the long. So you don't want to go, yeah, and it's uphill, 37 feet. So I think we've got the right club. I think we can play this. Just hit a nice little trap draw. It might push just a little bit. Yep, and we pulled it just a tad, and it's going to be probably a pin high, maybe a little long. That's not a bad shot. We just pulled it just a little bit. Master clubs. So this is looking left to right, downhill, so it's going to move a bit. So we just got to give it the right angle to kind of die towards the hole. So I'm really just gonna feel this one. I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna putt it to here and then let it trickle down, hopefully. That's probably under hit, actually. If I can go, yep, that's not a good putt. So that was really, really slow. Let's see if we can now finish this off. Hopefully get in a good spot here. There we go. That's the scary putts right there. Whenever I get high scores is because I'm going too low, or sorry, under hitting putts. Usually I don't overhit putts that much. It's usually under hitting putts, especially uphill ones. Here we've got a par 4, little dogleg right. I think we should be good no matter what. It's pretty wide open. That's a good drive right there. Nice. That's my power draw. Get this into a nice little spot. .322. All right. So 129 to the hole, 115 and 96. So I'm going to go 114, hit this full. It's probably going to go about 121 or something like that, because I have that really fast swing. I'm on an kind of a hook lie, and I usually hit a push draw, so I think I'm going to aim just a little bit more right and then let it cancel out. See, the lie took over. We might get a little bit of the green. Nope. We did hit it to the yardage I expected, but unfortunately we pulled that. This is a tricky one here. Sand wedge, I mean, if I could hit it pretty solid, it'd get up there, but I'm going to go with the gap wedge and de-loft it because we're in this heavy rough. Don't know how it's going to come out. And I'm going to try to hook this a little bit. Let that roll out. It didn't roll out as much as I thought. I don't think it was a very solid strike. So now we've got a kind of a tough little par putt here. From here, it looks dead straight. From here, oh, it looks a little left to right. So I'm thinking it's going to be more right to left, but we're just going to hit this firm. There we go. Firm little putt. Another one of those kind of knee knockers, though. When we look at the leaderboard, we're even, tied for 4th right now. Great conditions as well to be playing, so I imagine that could go lower. Here's a par 4 for 106 yards. Push that just a little bit. That usually means my tempo was a little bit slow, but not bad. We'll be okay here. A little shorter hole. Definitely a good time not to pitch it. I don't know why everything is trying to pitch shot, but this is downhill, but we're in the rough, so I'm going to hit this, but I'm gonna loft it a lot, and hopefully it can just go really high and then stick. Pulled it just a bit, but we missed it on the right side, or the left side, of course. The correct side is the miss on the left there. Didn't really get much of that. That was not a good strike. So this makes things a little tricky. 18 yards. Not enough room. I guess I could chip it. The problem with chipping is it could be, you kind of run that risk of getting stuck. I mean, if I had a pitching wedge, maybe a 9-iron could work. We're going to try this kind of against my better judgment, but I don't want to go long with a flop shot or with a splash shot. So we're going to just try this. 18 yards. Yeah, just see if it runs up there. Well, that actually turned out really well. Okay, I can remember to use that at some point, because the green wasn't that much elevated, but it was enough. And this is why we didn't want to go long, because this is a knee knocker of a putt. This is probably the worst one so far. So vicious right to left. So we're just gonna keep this. Can't be too solid, but have to be to get through some of the break there. That's a good putt. Scrambling. Alright, 3 wood. Here's the ask. 241, total of 354. I think that's a good play. Just hit 3 wood here, get nice and easy, get the tempo right. Just left it out again. Hopefully get lucky somewhere. Oof, I don't know. Well, the good thing is it's not very far to go. We aim a little left. 122. Yeah, we're gonna go just a little bit more though, and then just fade it just a tad. There we go. It's well struck. Get in the middle of the green. I'll be happy with that from where we were. It's going to be an uphill putt though, and we've got a little bit of a valley to go through, so that was the best I think we could do from there. Now we've got quite a birdie putt here. 49 footer uphill. Looks left to right from behind the hole. I think that's where we're going to play it, just left to right, but the key is to just get the speed. All about speed on this one. I think we're going to underhit, come up short here. Yep. These are the tough ones, these uphill putts, because you feel like you hit it so hard and then it barely goes. This looks like a right to lefter, just a little bit. Let's keep it inside the hole though. Go, 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 go. Wow. Making some clutch putts to stay even. But man, that could have been a lot worse. And just like that, we're in first place. A little tougher. And it does make me think that maybe I need to change the opponent difficulty. But either way, guys, I mean, as you can tell, like, you can have blow-up holes at any time. And so I'm not going to get comfortable at all with this. Oh man, these aren't slow swings. These are, I would say these are close to perfect swings right now. I'm not hitting my usual push draw, which is definitely tricky when that happens, but I have an idea of what it could be, but I think we'll be okay. So this is a tough one. I could flop it, but I think it's going to roll down, so it would probably be better to chip it, but I know I can control the flop a little bit better. It's actually not a flop, it's a splash. And we're also in the rough here, so it could work out. We're just going to go for the splash shot here. And just let it slow down a little bit. Nah, it's going downhill. That was tricky. I think it'd been even tricky with the chip there. Would have to been really precise. So we've been flirting with a bogey, and this is a tricky one because it's hard. It's gonna be hard left to right. and uphill. And so it's really just about getting the right angle again. And then speed, of course. Yeah, just gonna come up. We read it good, hit it nice speed, just didn't give it enough on the left side, and that's our first bogey of the day. And so that'll put us right away +1. That's the difference. They're tied for 70th now. That's crazy. You see how the leaderboard was 1 under, and that's first place. That's just crazy. So let's see how this goes here. Let's get a good drive. 288. Well, that's the draw we like, but might get in that bunker. Nope, good little bounce. We'll take that. Really nice one there, actually. Happy with that. So here we go. 142 to the middle. It's 129. I think we can get this to, like, you know, 128. Club will go probably about 135. And I think I can hit this pretty full. I just got to get the swing right. Just got to hit the nice little draw. I know I can. And we pulled it again. Got this little straight fade that, you know, comes back a little. It's hurting us a little bit. Haven't really gotten my swing the right way yet. Hopefully as soon as I do, something will happen. But uphill putt for birdie. 38 footer, definitely left to right. You can just kind of feel it turning that way. But it's all about the pace here. All about the pace. I think that's pretty good. Might be, yep, gonna come up short, but that's okay. Still another good putt. Gotta make this putt for par. A good 2-putt again. .288. I keep saying 288. I mean to say the 497 because that's the actual yardage. This is a long hole for a par 4, so got to get a good drive here. Oi, I felt that on the controller. I moved it to the right on the downswing there, and that's why it's going this way. Well, might be okay though. This one we actually do want to fade it, so I'm going to try to hit a little cut shot here. Just like that. Starting to a little bit. You know what? That's actually okay from there. But this is a long little hole. This is a shot where I think we're going to have to do the splash again, but we've got to get up on that top tier. We can't leave this short. So I'm going to turn this a little bit, hopefully to stick a little bit sooner. Just need it to stick, a little bounce, roll up there. There we go. There we go. So, +1 overall for the front 9, +1 for the tournament. You see, first place is 1 under. How many 1 unders are there? Because we're 63. We're only 2 shots behind. But go figure. All right. So, starting the back 9 here. We've got a par 5. Long one here. Have to get a good drive into the fairway yet again. That's not going to be good. Because we're going to hit that little tree. Bounce. Yep. This is layup territory because it's 220. Yeah, it's 297. So no matter what, we're going to be laying up. And that should be just fine. Hopefully it doesn't roll off to the right. Oh, it does. Okay, that's not the best layup in the world then. Not really at all. So now we have to deal with the water. And that's how bad that layup was. Because it's 114 heavy. This is not good. I don't like this at all because we're in the heavy, and if we underhit this, it's going to be in there. So we've got to go high and then somehow hope we don't overhit this into this small green. Well, it came out nicely. It actually will be okay. This is a good looking shot. I think we made the right play there. Good job, caddy. Although looks like it might spin back. Slow down. I guess this was to be expected, landing it over here, but that's okay. 104 yards. So this putt looks like it's going to be left to right. A little bit, but it's uphill again, so we've got to get that distance, got to get that speed right. Nope, I don't think we got it right at all, guys. Nope. That was a poor putt. That overall was just not good. Not good at all. So here, another par putt to make. Come on. Just ran out of speed. It's always painful to get a bogey on a par 5 because you should be at least getting a birdie here. And that is what hurts us. And like I said, you know, may have kept it together for the most part, but the last couple of drives have hurt us here. That's the one we like right there. That kind of push draw. Although this probably wouldn't have been the right play. Might go long into the heavy. Yep. Probably should have hit the 3-wood. Well, that sets us up yet again. So I think pitching wedge should be the play here out of the heavy rough. 140, yep. So here we're just going to hit. So straighten this out just a little bit. I think we're right on that side. We're on a bit, and it's more of actually a decent lie in terms of whether it's hooking or slicing. So the wind should take this left to right. That was well struck. Is it the right club though? Yep, looks pretty good. Roll up there. Come on. Very nice. Very nice. Happy with that. Let's see if we can get a shot back here. It's got to be good speed as well. Stay up. Oh, just on the edge. Get the birdie. First birdie of the day. Back to +1. Leaderboard. And yeah, still 1 under. That's crazy. I mean, the conditions aren't bad. So it's definitely something I'm going to look into maybe for the next event. Probably make it a little bit more challenging in that sense. But here, 200 yard or 216 yard downhill. Hit it 200. I think I'm going to go long if I hit this club. So I'm going to go with 192 club, my 5-iron. Hit it right about there and let it fade back. So the tempo's got to be on point here. That's well struck. Pretty straight one, letting the wind take it, hopefully. Expecting a right bounce. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, I say that. It's going to get on one of these ridges again. Just slow down a little. Wow, look at it. Keep rolling. Okay. And okay. Not bad. At least we kind of have an idea which way it's going to roll now, considering how much it rolled there. So that, you know, anytime that happens, that constant roll in whatever direction, that's most likely where that putt's going to go. So I think it's going to go pretty hard to the left. Another uphill putt, though. That's the thing with this course. So definitely got to get that tempo, or get that pace right. I think we've overhit it here, possibly. Yep. The one time I think it was just a little too much, and now we've got a nasty little downhill right to left putt for par. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Wow, just on the edge. We give the birdie putt back, unfortunately. That was a tough one. +2 again. Now we've got this par 4. This one we just need to hit just power draw. Yeah, it's not bad. Actually, it'll work. That's the swing I do when I don't change the shape, like to cut essentially. So you know, it's just one of those rope hooks, I would say, but I like to call it a power draw, even though it's probably a hook. But anyway, 121. This should be perfect for the 114 club, and we're gonna even loft it just a bit, and a bit of a hooking lie. Just hit this solid. I left it out there again. I can feel on the stick I'm pushing it just a little bit to the right, and that's causing it a push there. So that is a missed opportunity, and this is a tough little chip as well. Last time we hit something similar to this, it was a 9-iron. We did chip it, but I think that might be a little bit too much club here this time. Well, let's see what we get here. That should cozy up there with the pitching wedge. You saw the animation, he didn't look happy, but that's why I turned off the commentators. I mean, I know I do a fast swing or a very fast swing, but honestly, it doesn't matter. It's how you play the game, right? That's why I turn off the feedback, because I don't need to be told, you know, what's considered perfect or not. This should be a 3-wood, but I'm going big on this one. And that was well struck. That should bounce to the right. Hopefully that'd be nice. Nope, it's dead straight into that bunker. It was well struck, but I think maybe for the next round we'll move that over to the right a little bit more. But we have left ourselves here with a nice little putt. Now, if you guys want to see, this is the approach camera. You just press triangle again, or whatever's equivalent, and then you can move around with your right analog, and you know, you can also cycle through the presets here. The cool thing is if you press right R3, so right stick, you can then start swinging at some point. Sorry, no, you don't press that. You press A, and see, now you can start swinging. So you can swing from these perspectives. Alright, so anyway, the reason I was using this is because I want to see what's behind the hole. Looks to be okay no matter what. So we're going to splash this out. Just have to get this right. Roll out just a little bit for me. Okay, that'll work. Now, this is a right to left putt. Just got to keep this one inside the hole. I'm second guessing myself. I've got to look behind it here real quick. Yeah, right to left. There we go. A solid putt. Solid putt indeed. Happy with that one. +1. Okay. This one's going to need to go a little to the right and then come back. Just like that. Might even find the rough if it keeps rolling to the left, but I think we'll be okay. No, this is the one. Everything goes off to the left. Yeah, it's going to be okay though. We've started it over to the right enough. So 136, I've got a 128 club. This would hit it perfectly, but we're a little downwind, so I'm just going to take a little bit off of this club. I want to get all the way back there though. There's plenty of room on this green to the right, so I don't want to, you know, short side myself on the left side. So we're going to just aim for the middle of the green here. Because right there we pulled it. And thankfully we had enough club. And that's why we took enough club and we aimed enough to the right, because my miss is that pull. And this is not a bad play because this is an uphill putt. Looks left to right for birdie. Just got to make sure if I've got, whoop, almost swung there. Swung. All right. Yeah. Going to be left to right, closer to straight. Yep, it's more straight. But that's okay. we were in that position. Played that hole pretty nicely overall, I feel like. So even, man, we could get near the lead if this one. So here's 144 for 152 total. Everything feeds off to the left here, so I can rope it in. Yeah, I see the wind starting to pick up too. So 135, if I chose to go with my gap, that'll reach with the helping wind as well. That could be the play. I'm going to deal off this just a tad, and I'm going to aim just to the right of this and let it come back a little bit. Now I've got more loft, so it's not going to turn over as much, but I'm going to play my miss just in case. And that's exactly what happened, and that is a bad, bad miss. Get down into the bunker, please. Oh, wow. That's what I'm saying. My miss has been to the left, and that one was really bad. That could have been really bad. So here we're going to try to spin this as much as we can for it to come back. Oh, get lucky. Oof. That was not well struck. That was a fast tempo out of the bunker, and that's why it did it like that. So this is going to be more right to left, but it looks a little straighter too. From here, it definitely looks right to left. So we're just going to play a little outside, let it curl back. Don't think we hit it hard enough though, unfortunately. We had it, boys. +2. Ah, man, just going back and forth. All right, well, 547 par 5. Let's get on the fairway here. Oh, that's as straight as you can hope for right there. Very happy with that one. 300 on the dot. Okay, so now we've got a perfect 3-wood in there. 241 to carry, 255. You know, this should be the club right here. This one in particular with this, and it doesn't show it as much, but all behind here is nasty. Everything feeds off to the right, and if you go to the right, you short side yourself. So we're gonna aim left and just let this come back. Even if it misses left, that's okay too. Yep, started off to the right and it's coming back, and that should be ideal. Probably gonna be pretty short, and we're gonna have an uphill putt again. Imagine that. If it stays on for a putt, that is. It's rolling, okay. But that's as much as we could have done there. So now we've got a little bit of a challenging left to right putt uphill yet again. But it is for eagle, so can't complain. Just make sure. All right, I think this should be good. All about the pace. That's pretty good, I think. Pretty good. I will take that all day long. Still a little bit for a bird here. That is a good play. That's what we wanted on some of the par 5s from earlier. And now headed into hole number 18 as we end this round. Can we finish strong with a tricky par 4, especially this tee shot? 291 down there. And if you mishit it, no matter what, it's going either left or right. So if you don't hit it dead straight, it narrows up there. I think I'm going to just play the odds and just go with a 3-wood. And I just have a long shot into the green. Oh, it's a little push. I need that to get past the tree on the left side, meaning it needs to bounce harder left. Come on. Oh, no. Well, the conservative play kind of hurt us here. So now we've really got to play it. I'm going to try to hit this nice and low. It's going to be right at that tree, though. Oh, we missed the tree somehow. That was as lucky as you can hope for. Such a challenging last hole. All about the drive, and we failed at that one. Oh, but now we've got to decide what we're going to do here on this pitch shot. 66 yards with a lob wedge. The maximum I can do there. I could pitch it. Or sorry, I could flop it up there with my pitching wedge. I think I might try that and just go as long as we can here. Go, 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 go. Yeah. I mean, that's not bad. It's like a pitch. Just a big old flop. We do have a chance at par here. This looks like another left to righter. Probably a little bit straighter, but it's definitely going to turn off to the left, to the right. I'm going to just keep it just outside the hole and just hit it firm. Yep, it did turn a little bit more than I thought, so that's unfortunate bogey to end with. But you can see a decent score, 2 over, 73. I mean, it's not going to challenge the leaderboard, but if we look at the leaderboard, I mean, crazy enough, only one person under par. I mean, the course is really tough. TPC Deere Run's a tough course. So, you know, I'm happy with how we played, and we're inside the top 10. Headed into Friday, which will be in the next episode here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it is something, a little change of pace. Of course, I will have Madden, I will have FIFA, maybe PES, who knows, but I will definitely have more content out as we're kind of get into the season for it. Appreciate you guys, you know, for continuing to follow and subscribe and interact with me. I hope this is cool content. Hope you guys enjoyed this kind of introduction to kind of some real golf in that sense of, you know, video game golf, but playing it as real and realistically as possible. You know, the goal for this channel. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, take care and stay tuned.